Welcome back. You're watching English with Akram, and today we are going to do group discussion. And topic of group discussion is Indian education system is good or bad. So let's get started.
Audio.
I would like to start group discussion with Rayyan bhai. So Rayyan bhai, what do you think about it? Tell.
Assalamu alaikum to everyone. I am Mohammad Rayyan and today group discussion is being done at Ideal Academy on an outstanding topic. The topic is Talk of the Town, which is regarding Indian education system. That Indian education system is good or bad. What is Indian education system? Well, in my perspective, what do I think? Indian education system that is good. So let's talk over on this topic. First of all, I would like to mention about a policy which was executed in 2020, which name is NEP, means National Education Policy. What happens according to this policy? This policy, first let me clear one thing. This policy is divided in four parts, like foundational education, secondary, preparatory, and middle. Okay, in four categories it is divided, and four categories, for every categories there are many benefits. First of all, I would like to mention about foundational education. Foundational education means nursery to second. Okay, what happens that before this policy, what used to happen, students they were taught like through the textbook, like it is available through the textbook. They were taught. There was no any kind of physical activity. Practical based education was not there, and the physically things activities were not there. But now when this policy has come, the education that has become very better. Like books have been replaced. In place of books, physical activities are there. Okay, and
What kind of physical activities are being done there?
like miss students they will be taught miss through the toys. Okay, miss there won't be any kind of textbook, like there will be toys for games will be there, for instance like sudoku, simple puzzle.
That is for kids. What about you? Students who are in 10th class, who are in 9th class, who are in 11th, 12th.
Yeah,
How they
yeah.
are taught practically?
How they are taught, the for especially for them, teaching style has been changed. Because before this policy what used to happen, the teacher used to teach, but the students they were unable to understand. Okay, there was no any kind of discussion among the students on the topic, and they didn't used to ask the questions. But now the syllabus has been designed like this, that a teacher will teach topic, and after teaching topic, teacher will give that topic, and the students will be divided into group discussions, and they will make the questions on this topic. Then the teacher will ask that.
Is it practical? I mean, I'm asking that how they are taught practically, how teacher teaches them practically.
Like for because of this policy, board exams, for miss board exams take place of
You just tell me where is practical.
miss various practice. Listen sir, listen. So let me clear, how many schools does India have total? 10,22,336. This policy has been implemented in 6,71,512 schools, and 4
You
lakh
just tell me, are you taught practically
no
at your school?
I'm telling 4,43,512 schools are left.
So
in
don't
which-
you think it is discrimination with
No.
other students?
No, listen. This much schools they have registered, and after some time,
some school it is being applied. Okay, so what about other schools where it is not applied?
so this
So
thing,
isn't it discrimination with those students who are not taught practically?
sir, CR India, that the large population is there, more schools are there. This much schools they have registered, and with
Okay.
the pace of the time, it will be implemented. Then everything will be cool.
Okay, now I would like to ask with Ishan bhai that what do you think about Indian education system? What are the pros? What are the cons? What do you think?
As far as I think about the Indian education system, it is not good. Because what happens in India, we are not taught anything practically, especially students who are in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and who have science stream. They need practical so that they can understand the concept completely. Okay, but nothing happens in our school. Even there are some experiments in our book also in 10th class, magnesium ribbon, and there are many more, but no any kind of experiment has done with us. So
do you agree with Ryan that he is saying that now students are taught practically because a policy has come in the schools that students are taught practically, but not in all the schools, but in some schools. Do you think this? Do you
I,
agree
I
with
don't
him?
agree with this thing because he is saying in some school it is happening, but in some soon it will come. But I have not seen even those schools where this policy has come still around us. First thing. Second thing, he mentioned that there are some toys through the toys.
You mean
Students
that
who are
this
in nursery
policy?
to
You mean that
second.
this policy is only on the papers?
Yeah,
You
not practically.
yeah, nothing is happening.
Yeah, nothing
In
is
any school.
happening. No.
Students are still are not taught practically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say this. And second thing, he mentioned that for the students who are in nursery to second, they will be explained the things through the toys, through the Sudoku and all. There is one of my sisters who is in, I think, first class.
Okay.
She just this year, in 2024, she will be given admission. And since last 3 years, many of the relatives have been going, but still we have not heard this policy. Even sometimes I go to just pick up my sister from the school, I have not seen that they are explained through the practicals and all. Whenever I go, they are just cramming 1 2 3 4, 2 2s are 1, 2 2s are 4. This is the thing which is happening, and this thing can prove wrong for the
Means
upcoming
according to
generation.
me that still student. Rayan said that they are taught practically with the toys that
They are not taught.
they magab still they magab.
Yeah.
The traditional way is being used still.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to ask from Ayan bhai about our education system.
Okay. Well, in my approach, Indian education system is good because as he was mentioning about the practicals, that practicals are not done in our schools, nothing is happening, just students now also they mug up. Okay, but I don't think because in our school I study in government school. However, practicals are done in my class. I study in 10th class. Okay, and if I tell you about those
This
class,
year, how many practicals you have done?
approximately 5 or 6.
What are taught in those practical?
Like about the
Through
light,
those practical, what you were taught?
like about the lights, that how does it reflect, how does it divided in 7 colors, this kind of practicals, and about the electricity, about the resistance and all these kind of practicals I have done in my school, and I have learned a lots of things in my school. So you cannot blame that practicals are not done in our schools.
And what
and all.
about mugging up? That students mug up, he said.
This is also good thing according to me, because by that what happens, learning capacity of the students it increases. Hard to hard thing, Indian students they can learn because of this thing. And I am not saying that just
How
students
do
they
they
should mug up.
learn by mugging up? Because you mug up something, then you forget. What do you learn?
Means we mug up, okay, but if we are mugging up, so we will have we will have capacity to learn hard to hard thing because of mugging up. And I'm not saying that you should just mug up, you should understand the things. And now in our
You
school
mean there
it
are
is
things we should learn, we should mug up, and there are things we should understand.
understand also.
Both things
Those
we
are
have,
the
both things we should do.
Yes.
Okay, Rihan Ahmad. Now we have opportunity to speak. Speak as much as you want. Your hobby.
Hello everyone. My name is Rihan Ahmed and today we are discussing a very amazing and the controversial topic, and that is in the regard of Indian education system. That is it good or bad? In my approach, Indian education system is good. As Ishan told about the practicals, that practicals are not being done in the schools as you are thinking. But in the most of the schools, the practicals are being done. The minister of the Indian education system is also executed the policy, not policy, but executed that in every school the practicals will be done. But the teachers are, if the teachers are not making you done the practicals at all, so you can complain against them. Take the example of my school. In my school there was a biology teacher, and he didn't used to make us do the practical. So one of our classmates, he complained against him that he is not making us do the practicals at all. After that what happens, he began to make us do the practicals. So that thing happens in those schools where the practicals are not being done. It is a fault of their teachers that they are not complaining against them. The order is for
teachers, friends.
for the teachers. The teachers are not making them making them done the practicals,
Okay.
because order is there that you have to teach by the practically. There are so many topics which we have to do by the practically, but the teachers are not doing. So you can complain against them. Then you can study.
There
And
are
which I like in the Indian education system. They like take the example of the uniform. In other countries like Finland, there's no uniform, but in India there's a uniform, because we know very well in the India there are so many people, different type of people, means poor, rich. There are so many people. So by for showing the equal people that we all are equal, there is no discrimination among us. We are wearing the uniform, as well as we are studying together so that we can be united.
Okay, so what do you think?
Hi everyone, my name is Adnan Ansari and today I am here to do group discussion on hot potato topic. The topic is in the regard of Indian education system. Is it better or not? So well, as I personally believe, it has become worst. Because since my childhood, I have been noticing many limitations which are available in our education system.
What do you notice?
Limitations.
Okay.
So to improve these kind of limitations, we need some things to execute in our India. So first of all, I will counter his point as he was mentioning about new education policy that it has been implemented, and because of this policy now we will be done practicals and experiments as well as theory. So brother, for your kind information,
Practicals will be done
yeah,
according to him.
yeah. So
He's saying in some schools practicals are being done. Students are given education practically.
as far as I know, there is no practical, because practicals does not mean formality. If practicals are there, then teachers are doing that as a formality, not as practical. Like practical should be done in such a way that students should get something, students should be taught something.
And what would you like to say about about Indian education policy, that students do not study for the knowledge, they study for exams. So
Yeah.
what do you think about it?
Yeah, they are right in their way, because since childhood we are being taught that if someone does not get good marks, then his was study, it is considered. But the problem is, in India is the students who are well in some skills, in some specific skills, they are not being supported by government, and they are not being supported by the parents also, because in our society we are being taught that if someone is not getting good marks, then he is unworthy. It happens. And in the America and in the Finland and in some other countries except India, except the South Asian countries, it is like if someone is good at something, then they are being supported in that activity. For example, there is a chapter in class 10th, what was his name?
Its name,
Yeah,
its name. What was
Richard Ebright. He was not good at study, but he was good
the
at
making
science.
of a scientist?
He was good at science. He used to find science interesting, and that is why his government and his parents, they supported him. But in India, it is not like this. And you were telling me that this policy has been executed, so
It
this
is not
policy
like this.
hasn't been.
What is it like?
What?
You said that in India it's not like this.
Yeah.
So how is it in India?
In India, grades are considered as first priority. Grades are considered as first priority, which should not be considered. Skills and knowledge should be considered as first priority, as far as I think.
Knowledge.
Knowledge
So
should
that's
be
what I
there.
am saying, that students here they study for exam, and
Yeah.
because of it that students only study when exams come. Otherwise they don't study.
Because they know if we get good marks, then we will be considered as the best. It is. That's why.
Okay, now we have Rihan Malik Sahab. What do you think, sir?
So hello everyone.
Good or bad? Indian education system.
It is good.
Good. You think it's good?
sir.
Okay. Why do you think it's good?
So hello everyone. First of all, I want to mention about the facilities. Means because of government, we are getting a lots of facilities
Okay.
like supporting material, Utkarsh, mental math, and lots of practice books are there.
Except these things, what other facilities are you are getting?
With the education, they are focusing on health. With the education, they are focusing on health.
They focus on health.
Yes,
Like.
they are giving us iron tablets
Okay.
and a lots of means
Okay.
energy syrup also there we are getting a lots of things.
Haven't you seen the condition of Indian schools?
Here it is better than the earlier.
Just in Delhi. I'm talking about all over the India.
Take example of Mukherjee Nagar.
Mukherjee Nagar is part of Delhi. I'm talking about all over the India. Look at the school of other states like in Rajasthan, in Gujarat, in Uttar Pradesh.
But they are not, means they are not complaining against the schools. They are not complaining. They should.
Student do complain, but they are not listened. Yeah.
Okay. Next thing about the Indian education system, I think that why Indian education system is not good. First thing is about attendance. There is a rule in India: 75% attendance is compulsory. Otherwise, you will not be allowed to sit in exam. Means, are students learning something after coming 75% in school? No. You will find that students who are backbenchers or who are not good at study, they will have highest attendance in a classroom. Why? Because they are free, they have not any work to do, so they go to school and they have high attendance. Is this thing beneficial? No, nothing is taught to us in school. Second thing, I would like to tell that India, if we talk about, so there are 41 to 43% students there here per day, they are bunking and no action is taken. Even I have seen in my school also, my classmates are there, my friends are there, in broad daylight, day in and out, they keep on bunking the school, but no action has been taken. And they are saying Indian education system is good just by providing some supporting material or midday meal, some money per year. Indian education system will not become better.
What do you think about supporting materials and other things are provided?
supporting material, yeah, someone was mentioning that supporting material is provided. Last year, if I talk about my school, C2 Yamuna Vihar, what happened in that school? Students who were in 10th class, they gave board exam. After the board exam, they were provided the supporting material. What will they do that with that? Is this beneficial? They will just sell that and they will get some just
You
snacks.
mentioned about attendance, that our government concentrates on attendance. So it's good thing if government concentrates on attendance, so students will get the consistency, they will be habitual to come regular, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, students will be habitual. This is the fault of government, that they are thinking if there is 75% attendance compulsory, so students will come constantly to the school. But no, it's not like that. When students
what do
will
you
go
think
to
that-
school, they will not be taught anything. Their time will waste. Will they come? Definitely not. They should be provided some extra things. Some education should be provided.
Like?
What happens in our school? Teacher comes, they say you have to prepare the file. In file, what you have to do? I was given the English file. I had to write whole the chapter summary, whole the poem summary, whole the grammar, tense, poetic device, all the things I had to write. And they said that your revision will take place. Means we will search from the Google and we will will that be a kind of revision? Of course not. Instead of this, there should be revision in classroom, not by the chat GPT or Google we should write.
Okay, what do you think?
As you told about the 75% attendance that which is compulsory in the all the schools, because there's a reason behind it. You know very well that if we go to the school, so there what will happen? I know that there are some teachers who don't teach well, but most of the teachers are educated, except some teachers. All the teachers are highly educated, as well as they teach better. It is up to you also, that do you understand, do you focus on that, or do you know, or don't you listen? You listen or not?
What do you think?
That he was mentioning about the teachers, that teachers are highly educated in our India, they are teaching very well. So brother, as I told you in my first point, marks are considered as the first priority. Similar thing happened with their past. What happened, they got good marks in their entrance exam, they became teacher, but the thing which they are lacking, that is skills of teaching, which they do not have, and that is why students are not being taught very well by their teachers, and that is why students are having to go coaching center, and that is why in the quota there are abundance of the suicides. Recently a girl who was 18 years old, she had to commit suicide because of the pressure. So these kind of things uh, should be prohibited in our India.
This policy was executed in 2019. But if I tell you the evolutions and the changes which came, those came in 2023 and in 2024. And this much soon, this rule and this policy can't be executed in all over the India, in all schools of the India. It is impossible. But day by day it is being executed. Still, just in 5 months.
When was it implemented in India?
it was executed in 2020, but the evolutions, the changes which came, those came in 2023 and 2024. And when just in 5 months, 6 lakh in 6 lakh schools it has been
And one thing
implemented.
I would like to say, that I would ask from you, that in our school, in private school, especially what happens, that students are told before the exam that these are the questions, these will come in the exam. Students are taught, and they are told that these are the questions and these will come, and those questions come in the exam, and the students mug up those questions, answer of those questions, and they get good marks. Is it good?
Sir, just teachers, they give something to memorize. They know that those questions are selected, they can come, so they memorize. Not
Because
all the
teacher-
subjects. Not all the subjects. Like there are some questions of the Hindi they can memorize, but not science, math. They cannot memorize. Teacher teach
in
them.
maths, if you are told that this is the question and this will come tomorrow, so we can cram.
No,
Just,
sir.
digit would be same, and everything will be same there, so we can cram this also. We can cram for formula, and everything we can cram.
No, everything is not miss. Everything we don't memorize.
You
We
know-
just we memorize those selected things
And
which
you are
can
talking
come
about
in
science,
exam.
science also we can cram. If we know that this question will come as it is, so we can cram.
Sir, if I tell you the reality, so just that is not in our Indian education system. That is also available in other education system also. The selected things they memorize and they write in exam. And if I tell you, as Ishan brother said about the 1, 2, 3 they memorize, of course, brother, those things we will have to memorize. How, miss, is there any rocket science? Is there any logic? So we will understand 1, 2, 3.
But you said that the students are taught with toys.
Students are, so miss, what did I say, that 4 lakhs miss schools are left, miss, in which it hasn't been executed.
If those things only we need to cram, so why students are taught with toys?
Sir, so that while studying as well as they can entertain themselves, because whole day if we study, so the mind will be bored.
Yes. So I would go to
Okay. First of all, I wanna say to my Ishan brother, he was mentioning about the bunking. That part they lots of students they bunk the school. But I wanna really say that there is no fault of the Indian education system, because students are doing these kind of things. Okay, government cannot stop them. Government cannot catch them that come in school study. Students are doing these kind of things. So and Indian education system is providing everything to the students so that they can study, they can understand things, they can become something
do
in
you
their
think
life.
that it's good that students in India, they study for jobs?
No,
Do you think that education is only for the job?
no, I don't think.
Students should take education for job.
No, because education is
But in
important
India,
in
it
our life.
happens.
In India, it happens. I agree that it happens.
Happens that 1 lakh students apply, 1 lakh candidates apply. This is
So-
also happening in India.
It is happening, but not because of the Indian education, because of the population. Because population is more, employment is less in our India. That's why it is happening. Most of the people
Don't you
they
see
are
the
studying-
population of China?
It is
And
coming.
China is developed.
China is developed, okay, but do you know the reality that Indian education employment is less, okay, and nowadays what is happening, students they are studying for the competition, because competition is more in our India. That's why they are understanding.
Okay. Yes, Danish bhai.
Sir, as they were talking about the attendance, so this is a useless policy. Last year, I was in 10th class, but one of my friend, he had only he had only 25 attendance, but he gave exam. According to that policy, who has not 75 attendance, they cannot give exam, but they gave.
Okay.
Means in India, lots of good universities are here. Means Jamia Muslim University, Jamia Milliam University, and a lots of
So why do students go to abroad for
who is going to
education?
abroad. Means the students of abroad they are coming in India for taking education. The
So
students
that's good thing. I agree that
They are
this,
coming.
that there are good universities in India. But I'm asking that why students of India go to abroad for the education when there are good universities are available here.
they are going for doing big courses. Means which courses is not
So
available in India.
our universities are not providing good courses.
But there are lots of
I want
courses.
to give answer to some students. Like first Ryan White told about the practicals. Practicals are taking place in the India. And second Nishan brother told about the practicals. Practicals are not taking place in the India. So I want to say there are some things which are taught by the practically, and there are some things which we have to remember, like tables. And in the English there are rules which we have to remember. And second thing I want
Which
to
we have to
mention,
mug up.
which we have to mug up. And second thing Ishan brother was saying about the attendance, 75% attendance is compulsory. So it is good. Why? Because a student is going to school, he will learn something, and whether he is learning big and or little bit, but he will learn something.